Okay, so I'm gonna try to do two things on here. Well, three things. First, I'm gonna try not to grunt too much because my knee is killing me. Like right there, when I step on it weird. Dogs are pretty amazing, right? So we teach them what we can and they'll surprise you, right? Well, you teach them what we want, right? And this dude, he's typically pretty crazy. So like on the way out and stuff, I let him get away with a lot of stuff, pretty much everybody. But like today, it's been like, hey dude, you got to be cool on the way out there. You can't be a jackhole, right? And so it's like each time, like every single dog today has been like, every time I'm like, oh, they all look, with the exception of Raider. He's a little butthole. He don't care. He's gonna try to drag me all over the place. Okay, so that's that, right? So they've all been really, I've been like, man, everybody's gonna kill me. And what happened is I had a big, my knee's been killing me for a long time. You're a good boy, right? And then I had a kind of long bike ride yesterday. Where was I going? Oh, and then this morning, I've been telling Waylon forever that he's not going on Tank's early out. But man, when he wants to come out, I want to take him, you know what I mean? But there was, getting close to like his little sniff spot, he's just like, he'll just anchor down, and I had him on the right side, right? Tank was over here, he's over here. I think he pulled off. And I had him on a shorter leash than normal, and so when he pulled off, it hurt. So since then, it's been like, oh my gosh, right? Ready? Let's go. All right, so that's that. Oh, and then the other part of them being go ahead, being amazing and surprising you, we just went on a free walk, and I stayed on the path, which a lot of times means we're walking. But even with the long line, he just stayed right with me the whole time. So good boys, right? So then the training part of this was gonna be, that. This third thing was I was gonna try not to grunt too much for you guys. Oh. Ready? Come on. Give me a heel. Heel. You know how to do that. That's a good boy. Oh, so I was going to try to make this super quick, and now I'm just. So my opinion on the be a tree thing, right? So what happens is the dog goes out, and let's say he creates leash pressure, and be a tree means you just stop and stand there. And then when they come back, a lot of people will reward here. So, and you just have to be aware of what you're rewarding, right? So that's fine, but that's not really it. What it does is it helps with them pulling into the pressure, but it doesn't help with the actual position of the walk, right? So say he came back and you give him a reward right here, that's just rewarding him come back, which is okay, right? But say he created pressure, then you want to get him all the way back, walk, good. And as you're walking, you release the food, right? If you're using food. This way, buddy. Come on. Come on, horsey. My little pony. He's my little pony. Come on, big guy. Ready? This way. There you go.
What happened, you leg?
Man, it's been hurting forever. And then I had a long bike ride yesterday, so it's just sore. My knee. Good boy, horsey. Ready? This way. I don't know why I didn't use my heel. Good boy. So anyways, that's my opinion of the be a tree. Is a lot of times we think it's helping the walk, right? When it's not. or it's not to the level that people think, like in itself, right? So be a tree in itself is not a good move, in my opinion, right? So be a tree, if that's the only move you're doing, your walk's gonna take a lot longer to get there. Again, what it does help is when they hit the leash pressure, it's gonna help them do this and even come back. You can help them if they're staring, right? But that's the other one. If you're rewarding them here, you're just rewarding them come back, which, hey, again, that's a good thing, but just know what you're actually working, I guess is where I'm trying to go with it. Come on, buddy. Right? Now, when I'm walking, I don't usually use food. Like when I'm doing heel drills like this, good boy, I will use a lot of food. When I'm walking, I just use redirection, right? And I might say good boy and pat him, right? See, so right there, all I did was reward him turning around and coming to you. Now, if you want to reward your walk, good. Get you 2 or 3 steps, then give them the food, because now they've done a little bit of action and you're rewarding the walk after that turn back. Does that make sense? That's my opinion on it. And look, oh my gosh, I think some people, that might be their only move, I don't know. But I think a lot of, like, trainer wise, you know, some trainers, that might be their only move. But I feel like that's kind of a pet, untaught pet parent thing, right? Which I could be wrong, but it seems like that's what most people that don't really know the whole thing behind the walk is. Oh, that's the other part I was going to say. With the be a tree, I would add in motion, right? So not only just to get them there, but like a lot of people would just stand there and then let them come back and reward it. I would add in a little backup. When I do the be a tree, I add in a little backup when they look, right? Because it gets them in the follow mode, right? Your motion is motivation, so you back up and he's following you, right? Boom, right? And you can do both. You can reward him for following you in front, and then also when you turn and go back, then reward it on your walk, right? So it's just one of those things you want to be aware of what you're rewarding, because if you think you're fixing your walk by be a tree alone, you're not. It's helping with them realizing that when I hit that pressure, I'm supposed to slow down. But think about how much time and repetitions that's going to take, as opposed to if you're doing that as well as getting them following you, getting them walking with you, right? Now, that said, sometimes be a tree, especially for higher energy dogs, it helps them kind of settle down, right? You just stop and stand there and you wait and wait and wait and wait until their body is not going, right? When they're just standing there like this, you're a good boy. They're standing there nice and calm like this, that's when you'll start walking, right? So the higher energy guys are hard because you think they're doing good by being there, but their brain's still flying, right? Their brain's blah, 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 blah. And you'll see, because their body will be kind of forward instead of straight up. See him? His front legs are straight up. Yeah, I know you can't tell from that. All right. What happened, bro? I got your breakfast. I need to do your nails. I've been saying that for a couple weeks now. Oh my gosh. All right, anyways. My opinions are stupid, but they're mine, so. Everybody's opinions are stupid. Or they're all valid. I say they're all valid. You can get something from everywhere.